In this tutorial, we'll learn how to use AnimationTree with BlendSpace2D in Godot to control a 2D character with directional animations. Our character has 12 animations: idle, 4 directions; walk, 4 directions; attack, 4 directions. We'll organize them using AnimationTree, BlendSpace2D, and a state machine. By the end of this video, you'll have a clean and scalable animation system for your player. Let's start with the player scene. Our player scene contains character body 2D, animated sprite 2D, animation player, animation tree. Inside animation player, we already created these animations: idle animations, idle up, idle down, idle left, idle right; walk animations, move up, move down, move left, move right; attack animations, attack up, attack down, attack left, attack right. Each animation controls the frames of animated sprite 2D. Now we add an AnimationTree node. Select the player and add AnimationTree. Next, set the tree root to Animation Node State Machine. This allows us to build animation states like idle, walk, and attack. Assign the animation player. Open the AnimationTree editor. Right-click the graph and select Add BlendSpace2D. Create 3 states: idle, walk, attack. Each state will control directional animations. Click the idle state to open the BlendSpace editor. Add 4 animations: idle up, idle down, idle left, idle right. Place them like this. Repeat this same process for walk and attack BlendSpace animations. Now change this important setting, Blend Mode, Discrete. This is important when using animated sprite 2D. Discrete mode selects the closest animation instead of blending frames. Now connect the states. Create these transitions. Idle to walk, click and drag from idle to walk. Now select the transition arrow. In the inspector, find Condition and set it to Is Moving. This means when the player starts moving, the animation switches to walk. Next, create a transition from walk back to idle. Select the transition. Set the condition to Is Idle. So when the player stops moving, it returns to idle. Now create a transition from idle to attack. Select it and set the condition to Is Attacking. This will trigger the attack animation when the player presses the attack button. Create a transition from attack back to idle. Select the transition. This time, instead of using a condition, we change the switch mode. Set it to At End. This makes sure the attack animation finishes completely before returning to idle. Finally, do the same from walk to attack. Create the transition, select it, and set the condition to Is Attacking. This allows the player to attack while moving. Now, set idle as starting state. Perfect. We've just done the animation tree. Attach this script to character body 2D. You can get this script from the link in description. Before we test the system, let's quickly look at the player script that controls movement and the animation tree. The script does 3 main things: reads player input, moves the character, updates the animation tree parameters. First, we define some variables. Speed controls how fast the character moves. Next, we store a reference to the animation tree so we can update its parameters from code. We also keep two vectors. Direction stores the current input direction, and last direction remembers the last direction the player faced. This helps us keep the correct facing direction when the character stops moving. In the ready function, we activate the animation tree. Without this, the animation tree won't process animations during gameplay. Here we read the player input using input.getVector. This automatically converts our input actions into a normalized direction vector, which is perfect for both movement and animation blending. You can set this input setting in Project Settings. Then go to Input Mapping tab and create input actions like this. If the player is moving, we update last direction. This allows the character to keep facing the last movement direction when standing still, which is important for idle and attack animations. Next, we apply the movement. We multiply the direction by the movement speed, and then call Move and Slide to move the character using Godot's built-in physics. Now we update the AnimationTree conditions. If the direction is not 0, the player is moving. We update the is moving and is idle conditions, and the AnimationTree state machine automatically switches between idle and walk. Here we check if the attack button was pressed. When the player presses the attack key, we enable the is attacking condition, which triggers the transition to the attack state. Next, we determine the direction used for animation blending. If the player is moving, we use the movement direction. Otherwise, we use the last facing direction. Finally, we update the BlendSpace positions. All three states use the same direction vector, so the character always plays the correct directional animation. Now run the game. I can use WASD keys to move the character, and turn around, use spacebar to attack, and even can attack while moving. When the player moves, walk animation plays. When the player stops, idle animation plays. When pressing attack, attack animation plays, and the character attacks in the correct direction. And that's how you build a clean directional animation system using AnimationTree and BlendSpace2D in Godot. This setup is scalable and works well for RPGs, action games, and top-down games. If you enjoyed this tutorial, subscribe for more Godot game development tutorials.